and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. This is the Sports Cave. Your co-host, Robbie. Okay, folks, our co-host, Zach Roden here, is going mic-less as he's had some complicated issues. We listened back to some of the audio in recent episodes. We are working to get him a new microphone. Ryan, that doesn't mean you got to send us $150 today, you freaking weirdo.
Ryan, I need $10,000 for a new mic, please. Robbie, the sound quality today is going to be rough. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. It's going to be rough, but we're gonna get a new mic. So rest assured, I'm actually on Amazon right now. I'm taking a little gander at a couple. We'll just see what happens. But for today, folks, it's going to be a bit of a shitty quality or sound quality episode, I should say, regardless. Also, just to add insult to injury, I got to sneak out of here at about 7:55 today, folks. So, because when you're a part of a union, you just get random Zoom meetings. But Robert,
just trying to be in here so they can tell us. Whoever is in here, could you please tell us the audio?
Yeah. Oh, you know what, dude? Let me. I'll pull it up on my TV here. We'll see how this is.
This is very.
Oh, you know what, dude? Let me. I'll pull it up on my TV. It's not bad.
Dude, I have you so fucking with the thing right now. I turned your everything. Daniel, welcome. Show, my man.
Robbie, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm actually. It's not that bad. I'm telling you, it's actually not that bad.
All right. Well, just keep your TV level.
Yeah, no, TV's off now. I just wanted to see if that was going to work. But Robert.
You are getting a microphone. I didn't grab my beer. Take it away from me.
It's a tradition. Robert's going to get his beer, so I will, I guess I'll get into my weekend here, folks. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Happy Monday to you too, sir. This weekend was a good weekend. Well, not really a good weekend for me. I was not feeling very good Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Thankfully snapped out of it Sunday for my very good friend Jer's engagement party. So congratulations to Jer and Kate, future Hildreds. Well, one's already Hildred, but yeah, it was a nice weekend there, and didn't get to watch too much football, unfortunately, because I was at the engagement party. But we had the Bills game on for a bit because that was the. Well, I mean, it was booked a long time ago, but honestly, it was a lot of fun, and they did have the football going, which was nice. We had the Bills game, and then we threw on the Cowboys game because I think half the party there was in the Survivor pool, and they all had Dallas, like myself.
I did. Yeah, I did too. I was stressing. So should we just get right into the NFL since you only have an hour and 20 minutes?
Play that bitch, dog. Sue us, you sluts. Yes.
Because when you talk, you got to remember, when I play the audio, it's also going through you. So when I play the audio, I got to turn it up so you can hear it, because if you don't, you're going to hear.
What was that, man? Well, Robert. It has been another lovely day of Sunday football. Come and gone. Week 2 not yet done. We have 2 games tonight, folks. Buccaneers heading to Houston at 7 p.m. and Chargers and Raiders at 10 p.m. We've already done the picks for those. So let's get in to the Sunday slate of football here, Robbie. And as always, the first game I see on my list, and it's because they're my favorited team on this app, so they always pop up first. The Cleveland Browns against the Baltimore Ravens, Robbie. Joe Flacco returning home to where he made his name and built his career, built his legacy of Joe Flacco. Well, the Baltimore Ravens absolutely steamrolled the Browns, Robbie, 41-17. Thankfully, I didn't have to watch any of this atrocious football game. I mean, I guess if you want to look at it this way, we had the Quinshon Judkins. Oh, shit, Christ. Quinshon Judkins made his debut as a Brown. Looked okay from what I saw in the highlight packages. Nothing really too spectacular, but Robbie, I think we all kind of expected this to happen. And yeah. By the way, Robbie, if I recall correctly, you did not do very good in your picks.
No, I definitely didn't. I definitely did shitty.
Definitely did not do very well. I don't think I did. I don't think I did very good either. So
I'm off to a very bad start. But on Friday, both of us were not prepared on Friday. We both got it.
No. But yeah, Robbie, like I said, I didn't get to watch any of this game, so I really don't have any comment on it. But the Browns, we are a laughingstock.
Yeah, you're a bunch of pathetic losers right now.
Alrighty, well, if that's the only comment you have, Robbie, then I'll fucking move on to the next game. All right?
I mean, I'm not lying.
Fucking dick brain. All right. Well, I think we can move on from that one. There's really not much to say. The Ravens are a powerhouse, and the Browns are just... We're lucky we don't play by Premier League rules, because we would get relegated to whatever fucking league is below this one.
Yeah, you're a wagon.
Robbie.
Steve, I hope better.
Where's Steve?
He's our audio technician. He's texting me.
Oh, nice. Well, Robbie, the next game on the list here, we have ourselves the Los Angeles Rams heading into Tennessee to play the Titans. Titans keeping it pretty close for the majority of it, but the Rams end up pulling off in the end 33-19. I think the story from this game, Robbie, is obviously the Rams are going to win. I think Cam Ward might have made one of the most incredible throws I've ever seen in my entire life.
I didn't catch it.
You didn't see this?
No.
Okay. I'm going to... Yeah, go to Twitter and search up Cam Ward. Now, this is a throw that every single coach would show you this sort of tape and say, don't in your goddamn life ever attempt to make a throw like this. Because it is, in theory, one of the stupidest throws you'll ever see. But it is just incredible. I think it's right there, the top one on the page. Yeah, that one.
All right. Oh, shoot. All right, let's see.
3rd and goal for a touchdown.
Looking.
Has to scramble out.
Trying to set up receivers. He's going to throw
across the body to the opposite corner of the end. Like, that's a
spectacular play.
That is a ridiculous throw, man.
That is not a good throw. That is not a good throw at all. That is a throw that get you benched if you continuously try that and get intercepted. That is terrible.
It worked. It worked, and I think that is that's one of those plays. It works once, you retire it. It's never going to happen again. But in my opinion, it's I don't know. I just thought it was a pretty sick throw. The Titans are shit. Cam Ward looks like this could be a serious. He could be a pretty nasty quarterback, though, Roberts. You know, maybe they got themselves a nice little gem there at first overall. Because, you know, these first overall, especially the quarterbacks, they don't always pan out.
Well, Madden doesn't even let you do that, but you know what Madden did do? They brought back Mr. Plouffe back to the States. Mr. Plouffe, welcome back. Glad you and the wife are safe from your lovely honeymoon over in Ireland.
Yeah, you look at the Irish, the fucking, Dublin, Glasgow, Galway. Would love to go to Ireland. Rob, 7 viewers. Holy tip ball sack vagina. Let's get some more people here, folks.
I'll tell you what, it's good. It's going to be hard for the podcast listeners to bear with your audio. I'm doing the best I can.
Guys, how bad is my audio in the comment section?
Look at this, dude. I have you this low.
Why, am I really loud?
Yeah.
Oh, I can talk quieter. That's Is this any better if I talk like this?
And if I can bring it up a little bit like this, yeah, that's pretty good.
Folks, if you guys are in the chat right now, please let us know how it is. Oh, excuse me.
You freaking farm animal.
Please let us know how the audio sounds. You are talking loud, my friend Cos said. Okay. He put himself too low now. We can hear you loud and clear now. Okay. He put himself too low. Okay, so folks, that's my bad. I was kind of screaming a little bit. I didn't know how sensitive this mic was. Cosy, I appreciate the text. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. So,
before you continue,
yeah.
So you're officially done with your microphone?
Yeah.
Would you like to do a funeral for your microphone right here, right now, live in the Sports Cave? It gave you 2 good years. It gave you a nice echo feature. You sure you just want to just move on from the
I might huck it. I might huck it off my 32nd floor balcony. Wouldn't do that. I'm just joking. If any police officers were listening, I'm just kidding around. I could seriously hurt somebody down there. But no, this thing was I bought it because it was $69, and I thought that's a fucking pretty funny number for a microphone. Because 69 is when you eat pussy and get your dick sucked at the same time. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with that. And I just thought it was a good price for a microphone for it. So I wanted to just snag it on in there. But the Rams, Robbie, 33 points. Not bad game for them. I thought they played pretty well this Sunday. Stafford's back looks like it's fine. I'm not seeing any slow down from him.
I hope you know you do have one officer listening right now.
Who's that?
That'd be Steve.
Yeah, but he's a correctional officer. Well, you can't arrest me. Plus, he's an officer, and even if he was like a, well, maybe that's what I'm looking for.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Robbie, let's move on to. Do you have anything you want to say about Rams and Titans before I get into the next game here?
Well, I mean, the Rams and Titans, I mean, it was close for a while, and then at some point, the Rams just pulled away. Devontae Adams gets his first touchdown reception as a Los Angeles Ram. Over under 7.5 touchdowns for Devontae. I feel like it's a fair number. 7.5.
You asking me over under?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna say under because I think it just looks like a Puka Nacua ran offense, and then if he's not gonna get it, it's probably gonna go to the running backs. And Devontae's getting a little bit up there.
I think I'm going to go with the over, but like reluctant, like it'll be like 8 or 9 touchdowns this year.
Well, it's going to be close. Okay, Robbie, the next game on the list. Actually, these next 2 games on the list. There were 2 teams that played each other last week that had a fantastic game, and I said, "Damn, both these teams look pretty fucking good." Well, they both came back to reality this week, and that is the Seahawks against the Steelers, and then the Bills against the Jets. But we're going to start with the Seahawks and Steelers first. I mean, the Steelers last week, you get that the great game from Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns. He looked poised. I mean, the team looks pretty good. Then they step in here, and their defense looks horrendous against I'm going to say a pretty lackluster Seattle Seahawks team here. Like, I don't think really people are expecting too much from the Seahawks team this year with Sam Darnold. I know Sam Darnold had that great year last year. I kind of think it's like one of those fluke years. I don't know. I hate to call an entire year a fluke, but I just think he was set up with such a perfect system running under Kevin O'Connell. That guy's a fucking quarterback genius, and I'm sure he's going to figure it out with J.J. McCarthy because we're going to get talking about that piece of trash bag in a little bit. But he fucking sucks, Robbie. But the Seahawks, I mean, they just got the job done, Robbie. Just put bell with the ass here on the Steelers team in Pittsburgh at Heinz Ford, or whatever the fuck they're calling that place now. It's Heinz, or Heinz Ford. Heinz Field. Whatever they're calling it now, it's Heinz Field. But well, the Steelers,
This was the deciding factor of the game, to be completely honest, is this right here. Zach, let the audio play.
Yep.
Offense and go win some of these fourth quarter type ball games.
Oh, bad bounce goes through the hands of Caleb Johnson. He may have touched that ball. That would be a long ball. Let's see what the ruling is here. It is a touchdown. It's a touchdown. Oh, Seattle gets the score.
Rolling on the field. The ball hit in the landing zone on a kickoff. Somebody's got to cover it for the receiving team. It was recovered by the kicking team.
Offense.
That was the deciding factor of the game.
That's a rookie mistake right there by the rookie running back.
That is retarded.
I mean, if you look at the replay, though, it was pretty retarded. But if you look at the replay, it was close, man. You know?
No.
Maybe.
Caleb Johnson. you are the retard of the week, and it's not even close. I mean, that is like you got to know the rules whether you're a rookie or not, because this is a whole new rule for everybody across the NFL.
Are we granting? We're granting the second ever retard of the week. I think that's a good retard of the week right there. Yeah.
That is
all right.
Easily retard of the week because that.
And here's your crown. You just got retard of the week, Caleb Johnson. Forgot we made that a segment. All right, folks. Well, you heard it here first. The retard of the week has been chosen on a Sports Cave.
Rookie Johnson.
Yeah, and I mean, just like you said, that was pretty much the turning point. That was the turning point of that game. A play like that's just going to suck the life right out of you. Jesus Christ, I got the burps.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers did the best that he could, but it just wasn't enough. And how could you blame him, dude? I mean, that's just so goddamn bad, dude. It's inexcusable. And they ultimately end up losing this game 31-17 because of it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you can't really rebound from that afterwards. Like, it's just like, oh my God. But Robbie, so why I was bringing up those two guys together, right? So that was the bring back to reality moment for me for the Steelers, and the Jets were a team that I was pretty high on last week. I said, wow, this offense looks fantastic. I'm now getting into the Jets-Bills games, I should mention. I thought the Jets looked...
Devo, I hope you're recovering well from your surgery. What's up, bro? I hope your fantasy teams are doing well. Also, Devo is the one that is our harshest critic over at my employee, and he's a harsh critic of yours, Zachary. Would you like to say anything after he had a rough, gruesome hernia surgery recovery?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Devo. I hope you're recovering well, my man.
Tell him you love him.
No, I've never met him before. But Robbie, the Jets were a team that they looked so good week one. I'm like, yeah, I know they lost. The offense looked great. Wow, do the Jets suck. Fat cock. The Bills get the job done. I mean, it's not even like really a crazy score, 30-10. It could have been a lot worse. But here's your crazy stat of the day, Robbie.
Let me hear
it. Justin Fields left the game. What do you think? Like midway through was it second quarter, third quarter?
Yeah, I think it was third.
So played more than half the game. Left is now in concussion protocol. So his I guess certainty for playing this Sunday is now up in the air. Justin Fields' stat line for playing more than half the game, Robbie, was 3 for 11 with 27 yards passing. Okay? Mitch Trubisky came in for the Buffalo Bills for 2 throws, Robbie. He went 1 for 2 for 32 yards. Mitch Trubisky finished with more passing yards than Justin Fields in this game, and he threw 2 throws. And I mean, I guess the age-old debate is Russell Wilson a quarterback, or Justin Fields a quarterback, or is he more of just a running back that'll throw the ball from time to time? And he showed last week he can sling the ball. I just don't understand this guy, Robbie.
I didn't watch many, if any, of all the game because it wasn't really featured on Red Zone that much. But let's just speak the greatness of Garrett Wilson. 4 receptions for 50 yards. You alluded to Justin Fields, 27 pass yards. Tyrod Taylor had 56. They say in between all this that they had 54 yards total. I don't know how that adds up for the New York passing game because 27 plus 56 equals 83. Regardless, Garrett Wilson had, I mean, if that's the total amount of passing yards they want to go with is 54, he had, I don't know how they do the math here. I really don't. But he had more than half of the receiving yards for every Jets receiving candidate in this box score.
Yeah, I mean, just fucking terrible. I don't know. The Jets I feel like the Jets are a lot like the Browns. You know, I mean, but the Browns, I guess, were at least in a better position because we did have a quarterback that we could have built around, and we gave him away. We threw him down like trash.
And the Browns are the Browns. It's plain and simple. They are the two most dysfunctional, unorganized franchises. The Browns had gotten out of it, and then they decided to move on from Baker to bring in Deshaun Watson, and you're back to your old Cleveland ways.
Deshaun's going to come back and he's going to win us a Super Bowl.
And what's crazy? Pause. No, he's not. What's crazy is every quarterback that was highly regarded in New York succeeds when they leave. Geno Smith, Sam Darnold. There's a chance maybe it happens for Zach Wilson.
It's not going to happen for Zach Wilson.
I mean, it happened for Sam Darnold and Geno Smith. Why can't it happen to him? Why can't it?
I guess that's true. But Mr. Robert, shall I move on to the next game?
Sure. I'm surprised you haven't gotten to the two best games of the 1 o'clock slate.
I am going down the list right now, and I believe, at least one of them's coming up.
Okay.
I don't know if this is the one you're referring to. I don't know if you would call this one of the best games, but it was a blowout. The Chicago Bears 21. The Detroit Lions 50 fucking 2. Oh. And the return of Ben Johnson to Detroit did not go anywhere in the way that he wanted it to, Robbie. He just got absolutely butt-fucked out there. Jared Goff, I mean, just an easy 5-touchdown, 334-yard game, no interceptions. Just one of the coolest cats to be doing it back there, Robert.
Yeah.
He's just calm, cool, and collected. I mean, realistically, against the Chicago defense, I'm pretty sure I could throw a fucking passing touchdown. That's how shit this defense is.
You could. No, go on.
I'm just using I'm just trying to put into perspective how terrible this defense is, Robert. Just to paint the picture in the viewer's mind.
This sucks.
But yeah, Caleb Williams, I have not seen maybe one thing so far in your career where I'm like, holy fuck, this guy's going to be great. Nothing. So we're a little over a year now into your career, and you've shown me, Robert, and the league absolutely zero. So maybe you're on bust watch.
Yeah, maybe he is on bus watch. You're absolutely right. But hey, I mean, it's year 2. Let's see what happens. I want to play this clip of Ben Johnson because reporters asked him what he thought about Dan Campbell running up the score. So I'm going to mute your audio really quick so that the folks can hear what Ben Johnson had to say about that. So here is Ben Johnson.
Do you believe Dan Campbell ran it up on you on that 4th and 4 goal?
What's he supposed to do? It's 4th and goal. What do you want him to do? Yeah, he could have kicked the field goal. They don't kick field goals. They go for it there. So he was doing what he was supposed to do. That's what he does.
More like, do you believe Dan Campbell ran it up on you on that 4th?
What do you think, Zach?
Exactly what he just said. I mean, it's football. And it's also I feel like Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson are buddies.
They definitely are.
That'd be like, if I was fucking facing you and we were head coaches, I'd want to fucking kill you. I'd want it to be as high as it possibly can.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I get a 4th and goal, there's 2 seconds left. I'll punch it in. It's my buddy over there. Who fucking cares? We're having fun.
No. Clearly, Ben Johnson wasn't having fun. And, dude, not for nothing. I mean,
well,
we alluded to last week. It was, are the Lions a good team? Are they a good team, or is Dan Campbell just as good as his coordinators? And they proved that even though it is the Chicago Bears, they are a good team. They are still a force to be reckoned with in the NFC. So as long as everybody stays up, there's a good chance that they could take this NFC title.
I think there's a very good chance that you, Robert. I mean, I know that. Well, division's tough, but it's fair share.
NFC title. I didn't say division. I said NFC title. As if they could possibly beat out the Green Bay Packers. They could beat out the Philadelphia Eagles. It's possible.
They just gotta stay healthy, Robert.
Same with the Niners.
Yeah.
From the Bears side, I just want to run through the numbers really quick. But
yeah,
as you alluded to, Caleb Williams. I mean, a lot of people had their feelings. The first time people had their feelings about Caleb Williams, it started with the fingernails. The painting of the fingernails. And now that this guy was caught crying on the sidelines in college, it just gave everybody more ammunition against this guy. And honestly, they're just about right. I mean, he is talented, but he just doesn't know when to make the right plays. Romo Dunze, on the other hand, 7 receptions, 120 yards, and 2 tutties. He did his thing, but there's nothing really to be excited about this year if you're a Chicago Bears fan. It's like you're lost. It's like you don't know what the hell to do anymore. It's unfortunate for Chicago, but they just can't get it right at quarterback. Again, it started with Mitch Trubisky, and now it's going with Caleb Williams. And when you look at the draft for Caleb Williams, hold on, Caleb Williams. God damn it! I want to see what the draft is because I know Drake May's in there. You have Bo Nix in there, Michael Penix in there,
JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy. There was one taken right after him.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
There you go. Jaden Daniels. Thank you.
Yeah,
Jaden.
that was the.
So once again, they dropped the ball. You had Jaden Daniels, you had Drake May, who are both performing well. You have Bo Nix, who's performing well. You have Michael Penix, who's he's hanging in there. JJ McCarthy just got hurt, so we'll see what happens. But Caleb Williams, as the number 1 overall pick, might be the worst quarterback in that draft class.
And like not even just a number 1 overall pick, Robbie, but like kind of with like Trevor Lawrence, where these guys were regarded as like future gods coming out of their drafts.
Here's where I have his back. I have his back here because, you know, when you're going in with the rookie quarterback, you want a head coach that you want to go right along with him. You know what I mean? So they did one more year with Matt Eberflus, correct? Was it Matt Eberflus?
Yeah.
The coach, which you knew they were going to get rid of. So instead of making the aggressive push last year for Ben Johnson, you wait a full year, you keep Eberflus, you fire Eberflus, now you bring in Ben Johnson after this whole regime kicked in last year. I mean, it's a tough turnaround, man. The Bears are doing this all backwards.
Yeah, it's not very smart. I mean, they're literally in like they're going to be in the fucking 10-year rebuild. Like it's never going to end for them.
It's never ending.
But Robert, I guess Shell, you got anything else you want to throw in for this one?
Sure.
Okay. Well,
you take care of this, bro. This is your time.
Well, Robbie, I would say this was probably the game of the week thus far, this next one we're going to talk about, and I don't think anyone in their fucking life saw this game being the game of the week.
No.
New York Giants 37, Dallas Cowboys 40. I mean, Russell Wilson with one of the best games of his entire life, his entire NFL career.
It might be the best game of his entire NFL career. It
yeah.
really might be.
30 completions for 41 attempts, 450 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and that brutal interception in overtime that ended up giving the game to the Cowboys. But Robbie, that game was fucking electric. I'm just trying to pull it up right now because I know there was a lot of points scored in that fourth quarter. What do we have here? Yeah, Robbie, the fourth quarter had 41 points scored in it. Capping off with 25 seconds left, 52 seconds left, you get a touchdown from the Cowboys to go up. We're all celebrating. My buddy's back here going, yes, we've survived. We've survived. 25 seconds left. Russell Wilson with a 48-yard bomb to a double-covered Malik Neighbors, who makes no mistake.
Hey, you're going to...
I can. Malik Neighbors makes no mistake. Hurls that ball in like it's nothing. Giants go up by 3 with 25 seconds left, and you can hear a pin drop in this backyard. I mean, we're like, oh my God, we are done. Oh, Robbie's got the video right here.
From the Dallas 48, Wilson protected, heaving one, wants Neighbors, Malik Neighbors, touchdown Giants! He dropped it in the bucket from 48.
Like, honestly, dude, it's kind of a damn shame that Russell Wilson didn't win this game. Because that man played his fucking heart out.
I don't give a damn. It's all about the survivor.
But here's something we got to talk about, though, Robbie. So, like I just said, you just showed 25 seconds left. 25 seconds left on the clock, rather. Cowboys down by 3. Few quick plays. They marched down the field. Not even really that far down. And they set up their kicker, Brandon Aubrey, for a 64-yard kick. And I have never seen a more effortless 64-yard kick in my entire life, Robbie.
Aubrey, does he have enough? On the way, it is! Good!
That dude has a third leg. He has a freaking behemoth of a penis.
I know we were saying last week Boswell's the best kicker. Like I know he's old, obviously. He's very Ball's very good. But I think it was kind of more of like a jokingly thing too. There is no better kicker in football than Brandon Aubrey. He is the new Justin Tucker. The guy is disgusting.
This is like 2 or 3 might be better than Tucker in his prime. And then when it's all said and done, 5 seconds left in overtime, or 4 seconds left, Brandon Aubrey for 46.
To try and win this
A chip shot for him.
thriller.
Yeah.
Aubrey got it into overtime and now wins it. What a ball game.
Brandon Aubrey is the first kicker in NFL history to kick a game-tying field goal with zeros on the clock in regulation and zeros on the clock in overtime for the win, making history. Brandon Aubrey, this Cowboys team is so reliant on their offense, and when they have a kicker like this who, I mean, when I saw Javonte Williams take those 4 or 5 yards and just go straight down, I'm like, what the hell are they doing? Like, I know this guy's got a leg. I'm like, you're this comfortable from him kicking it from 65-plus yards? It was a 64-yarder.
Yeah.
I
mean, it makes total. Like, we had the exact same thought in the backyard. We're just like we're sitting there thinking, like, fuck, are they going to try to do like a passing play to the outside here to try to get a guy to bounds? And then we see a fucking run right in the middle, and like no one even touches him. Gets 4 or 5 yards, drops down. I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking hell of a field goal. I think you gotta give this guy a shot at a 70-pluser this year with that 2 seconds left in the half. If you're at your own fucking 45 or whatever it is, and it's a 76-yard, 75-yard field goal, why not let him try it? I don't understand why they don't just let these kickers try these heaves.
Zachary, let me give you the team stats here. The total yards for both teams. Let me break out my calculator here. Okay, so which team do you think had more yards as a team?
The Giants.
The Giants had more, 506 to the Cowboys, 478. When you add that together, both teams had 984 total yards of offense. The amount of first downs that they had was 54. And then you could do the touchdowns. Let's see. Touchdowns. I'm trying to get them by the numbers here. I guess I got to go back to box score for that and do it by hand. So Russell Wilson had 3 in the air. Cam Scatterbo had a rushing, so 4 total touchdowns in that regard. I don't think they had anything on defense, so no touchdowns on defense. And for the Cowboys, Dak had 2. Miles Sanders had a rushing touchdown. And Javonte Williams has actually been really good for this Dallas Cowboys team. So if you guys, like I did, good for you. This is so far, I think, game of the year. This surpasses already the Buffalo Ravens game because it all came down to the last second. And some of the mistakes that Russell Wilson made in the overtime is like if that didn't happen with Caleb Johnson with the Steelers, Russell Wilson was going to be my retard of the week. He threw the ball backwards for a fumble. Then he threw a ridiculous deep shot that was a high fly ball to center field for the easiest interception, which led to the Dallas Cowboys game-winning drive. Russell Wilson, although he looked great for 4 quarters, don't get me wrong, in overtime, he let his team down tremendously, and it's not even close.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have gotten anywhere near that overtime if it wasn't for him having one of the greatest games he's ever had his entire life.
He choked when it mattered most, Zach. He choked when it mattered the most. And
I don't know. I'm here to give credit where credit is due, and I think that the man balled out. And
you're a Browns fan. You're used to being losers.
You know, you're just being a real fucking loser today. You know that? Yeah, we beat a fucking Miami Dolphins team with a fucking full-on retard as a quarterback.
It's not my fault. You keep starting up gang signs. I'll ask you this: what's your overall takeaway from this game? Like, what's something you take away from either one side or both sides of the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants? What's your takeaway?
My one takeaway from this game is the Cowboys' defense is fucking atrocious. And yes, their offense is good enough to keep them in some of these games, like these high-flying games. They are not going to go anywhere with this defense. And if you think adding Jadeveon Clowney at 30, however, whatever old age he is going to be the deciding factor, then you are sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken.
Trayvon Diggs got beat so many times. Malik Neighbors had 9 receptions for 167 yards and 2 tutties. Wan'Dale Robinson had an 8 for 142 and a tutty. Darius Slayton had 2 for 61, including the big 52-yarder. Trayvon Diggs got burnt all game long. And they're going to be without Deron Bland for the next couple weeks with his injury, although I don't know how much it really helped when they had Deron Bland out there. However, their defense is, they made the Giants, who only put up 6 total points against the Washington Redskins. I'm calling them the Redskins, so not the Commanders. Fuck them. Fuck the people that are offended.
Oh,
They made the Giants' offense look non-existent, and Giants fans were already saying, "Okay, just give me Jackson Dart, so we look like we have a solid offense." And then only 1 week later, still without Andrew Thomas, the Giants looked like a top offense in the NFL. So it's going to be rough going for the Cowboys the rest of the year. I'm glad I took them when I did because good luck if you feel confident because I had a heart attack for all 4 quarters in overtime for this crappy Dallas Cowboys team.
I think that might have been the perfect survivor pick that week because it's just like you just said. That team is like their offense could score. Their offense could score 40-plus points a game, and they could finish the year 4-13.
Zach, I'm going to tell you this. I think that the Giants are set up better for the next 5 years, not 10, 5 years, than the Dallas Cowboys. Cam Scatterbo is actually legit. I mean, I was talking about, this guy's not going to be able to truck people like he did in college. No, he's still capable of doing so.
He's a fucking beast.
Malik Neighbors is turning into a superstar before our very eyes. Wan'Dale Robinson could be like the T. Higgins potentially. I mean, he's pretty damn good. You got the great front seven, although I think Abdul Carter, I know it's only 2 weeks and it's his rookie year, but I need to see more of an impact from him. We've seen the impact from Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau in that front seven. And Bobby Okereke. We need to see Abdul Carter step up. Dexter Lawrence is always going to do his thing. So, I mean, the Giants are a legit secondary player away. And if Jackson Dart is the answer, hell, this Giants team could be scary. And the last thing I want to say before I let you move on, Zach.
Yep.
Brian Dable has proven that he needs one more year. Everything that has happened to the Giants since they made the playoffs and have completely fallen on their face is not because of Brian Dable. It is because of general management and the ownership. Just like the only reason that the owner, John Mara, wanted to keep Saquon Barkley was
He's a good singer.
For merchandise only, not because of the player. So I'm telling Giants fans, seriously, you have to be patient with Dable. There's a reason why this guy won Coach of the Year. Be patient. You have to be, because now, if this is the guy that he wanted so desperately bad, and we'll get on to Daniel Jones, how good he's looked for 2 weeks. If this is the guy that he has the most confidence in when he had the option to take Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, amongst other quarterbacks, if he really believes in Jackson Dart like you guys believe in Jackson Dart, you have to give this time. Look at Chicago. Just use Chicago as your focal point of, no wonder why Caleb Williams looks like crap. He doesn't have he's going through coach after coach. You don't want that for Jackson Dart. Stay calm. Just be patient, or else it's going to be a repeated cycle after repeated cycle after repeated cycle after repeated cycle, and you don't want that. Patience is key. Take it from the Patriots guy. Take it from me.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Yeah, you know anything about patience.
No. The Giants fans have been waiting since 2000, since they beat us in the Super Bowl. They've had, I think, 2 playoff seasons since. That's been 13 to 14 years, dude. They've gone.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't know anything about being patient when it comes to you watch a team win fucking 6 Super Bowls.
Okay, and we have been in pretty much a laughingstock the last 2-3 seasons.
Exactly.
I'm used
2-3 seasons. Cry me a river. Patience.
Listen, because every team you root for outside the Maple Leafs are a bunch of pathetic losers.
So are the Maple Leafs. That's called fucking patience. Try cheering for a team for fucking 29 years, and they made it out of fucking 3 rounds of playoffs in front of you. That's called patience.
They made it out because of me, if we're going to be honest. They started in the first round.
Patience, he says. Take it from me, the Patriots fan. I know patience. It's been fucking 2 years since my team won a Super Bowl.
Hey, take it from me as a Brooklyn Nets fan. Be patient.
Well, there you go. That would have made a lot more sense. But Robbie, let's say we move on here, and I guess if we're in the discussion about Patriots, the next talk we have here is actually going to be about an ex-New England Patriot, Mr. Macaroni and Cheese, Mac Jones, leading the San Francisco 49ers to a victory over the New Orleans Saints, 26-21. Actually, a pretty good game for both quarterbacks here, Robbie. 26 for 39 for Jones, 279 passing, 3 passing touchdowns. Spencer Rattler, 25 or 34, 207 yards in the air, and 3 passing touchdowns. No picks for either side.
I think Mac. Did he? Yeah,
I'm
Mac
not too sure. Is it fumbled?
He fumbled, lost one.
I mean, but still, 279 with 3 passing touchdowns for a guy who hasn't started a game in as long as he has. It's an impressive stat
Well,
line.
he's starting last year. He was playing for Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor Lawrence got hurt.
That is true. Sorry, 279 and 3 pass touchdowns for a quarterback that fucking sucks. That's a pretty impressive stat line. It's the way I should have worded that.
Well, he's better than Deshaun Watson.
Honestly, that's arguable. I think they're very well on par with one another, and that's not very good for me, but I think that's an argument could be had there. Okay, San Francisco. Even with the injuries, Robbie now moved to 2-0. Saints obviously 0-2. You got any takeaways from this game, Robbie? Because again, I didn't get to watch it.
The Niners are in trouble until they get Kittle back. McCaffrey's going to only be able to do so much. They're going to be hosting the Cardinals, and I think there's a legit chance that the Cardinals are going to beat the San Francisco 49ers, dude. I just think that the Niners look kind of dysfunctional. I mean, you still have McCaffrey. Ricky Pearsall looks pretty good. I don't believe in Juwan Jennings. I think Pearsall is legit. Although, yeah, I know Juwan Jennings had the 5 receptions for 89 yards and the tutty. McCaffrey can only do so much on both sides of the ball, man. I mean, you have to protect him. I mean, this guy had only 13 carries, and then he had 6 receptions. But it's scary hours for Christian McCaffrey when you see all these guys getting hurt.
Yeah, and it's also kind of scary hours for people like me who have him in fantasy football on one of my teams. Because, yes, I'm enjoying the workload he's getting, but I also know that he's had his injuries problem before. And he's one hit away, Robbie, from getting put back on there. So, we need the boys back. But, Robbie, let's say we move on to this next game, because I feel like you're going to want to have some things to say about it. The New England Patriots get themselves into the win column by taking down the Miami Dolphins in Miami, 33-27. High-scoring game here. Late field goal and a kick return touchdown, Robbie, for you boys was the and also right after a Miami kick return. So I think they got a punt return, then you guys had a kick return.
Correct.
But you guys got the job done, Robbie. Drake May, pretty solid game. 230 yards throwing, 2 touchdowns, 19 for 23. Tua, actually not a terrible game for him either. 26 for 32, 315.
It was bad.
He's bad. 2 touchdowns and an interception. Well, the stat line doesn't show that bad.
And what's even worse is this media presence to it. Take a listen, Zach.
I think, having some talks with Reek and whatnot, that if I do, just don't think that I'm going to throw it 80 yards. Like, as you're running, just do your best to track it because you could potentially stop. That's what ended up happening on that play for Reek. And then with him and Waddle with those deeper outbreaking routes, just trying to help them get open while maneuvering, the corner in the flat. I think.
Now, Zach, I mean, he basically just there was a play where he underthrew Tyreek Hill significantly. And that's what he brings to the media is don't expect me to throw the ball 80 yards every time. There is tension between Tua and Tyreek Hill. I mean, it's been like this since the offseason. I don't know what the Dolphins are waiting on. It's time to get Tyreek Hill out of there. And where the Dolphins really screwed up, Zach, where they really screwed up was they had the opportunity to trade Tua and picks for Lamar Jackson, and they wanted to hold on to Tua. They screwed up.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. I mean, looking back on it now, it's pretty stupid.
Yeah, I want to see if I get the Milton Williams sack because this was the it was the deciding factor, but I can't. Maybe I type in Milton Williams. But dude, watching this game, Drake May is going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem in a good way. Here's the Milton Williams sack to secure the victory for the Patriots. So I want you to look here, Zachary. Here's 97 right here. Look how quick
Yeah.
he gets to get to Tua. That is the guy who is the newest highest paid player in New England Patriots history, and he came up big with that sack there. The only thing I saw that I didn't like from Drake May was in the final 2 minutes after the 2-minute warning. They run the ball. Dolphins use a timeout. Then they go to play action, and he throws it, and it's incomplete, and you stop the clock there. You gotta earn that. You gotta take a sack if worse come worse and try to get the extra yardage. Make them waste their timeouts, but ultimately they prevailed victorious because their kicker, who had missed 2 PATs, ended up kicking a 50-plus yard field goal to give them the extra cushion that they needed to go up by, I believe it was 6. So Ramondre Stevenson had a hell of a game. Ramondre Stevenson had 54 yards on the ground, 88 receiving. He had 11 carries for 54. Drake May had 10 for 31 and a touchdown. The Patriots have been really. If you have Ramondre Stevenson, you're happy. And Kayshon Boutte might actually be pretty damn good. I know he had the one catch for a touchdown, but he's starting to look like him and Drake May are starting to click on all cylinders.
He's Boutte.
He is Boutte. And for the Dolphins, I mean, enough of trying to play through Tyreek Hill. Enough of trying to play through Tua. Put the ball in Devon Achane's hands and let him go to work. This guy is so freaking disgusting, dude. He is a freaking stud, Zach. He is nasty.
He gets like 7 carries a game, for fuck's sakes.
He had 11 carries. And yet, granted, he only had 30 yards on 7, but he had 8 receptions for 92 yards and a touchdown. And had he not, if he toe tapped it, didn't go out of bounds, he would have had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm happy to have him in fantasy as well. I got a sneeze coming.
But, the Dolphins' defense is not good. The offense is basically even worse, and the Patriots' defense. God bless you. They're not going to get better until they get Christian Gonzalez back. We get him back this weekend as week 3. They're hosting the Steelers, so it doesn't get any easier.
No, it does not, Robbie. And I guess I'll keep it moving here, Robbie. The next game alludes to the title of this podcast. Cincinnati Bengals 31, the Jacksonville Jaguars 27, but it was not Joe Burrow that led this Bengals team to victory. I'm going to blow my nose, I think. It was not Joe Burrow that led his team to victory, Robert, as it looks like his season might be done. After week 2, it looks like he has been given a grade 3 turf toe requiring surgery, which puts him out for a minimum of 3 months. That's the minimum, folks. Just from what I've been seeing on Twitter, there's a lot of people saying that there's a very good chance that season and playoffs are just probably out of the picture now for Mr. Joe Burrow. Jake Browning, couple really bad interceptions, but came in and he picked up the offensive plan, which was throw the ball to the best wide receiver playing football, and I'll pad my stats here because that guy's going to make some plays. So Jamar Chase was lighting it up. But Robbie, I got a question I want to ask you here. This now comes out. The Bengals have an offense, at least, that can definitely compete. Defense has some question marks. There's quarterbacks like your Jameis Winstons, your Kirk Cousins, I don't know. There's plenty of backup quarterbacks around this league. Is Cincinnati? Are they picking up the phone and making some calls today?
They should, but I don't think they should be calling them. I think they should be calling somebody who retired.
And who's that?
Derek Carr. Derek Carr's a better fit. It's going to cost you $45 million or whatever salary that you're going to have to eat up from the Atlanta Falcons. Jameis Winston is not a better quarterback than Derek Carr. If I were them, I'd try to get Derek Carr.
Well, and if you get Derek Carr too, you don't have to. You're not giving up anything.
No, yeah, and you're getting a veteran minimum contract.
Well, I mean, I think their hand is kind of being forced here, where they're going to have to. I mean, Jake Browning, yeah, the guy's got a super hot chick, but you're not going to go on a deep playoff run with Jake Browning as your quarterback. You're probably not going to make the playoffs with Jake Browning as your quarterback.
Yeah.
So, but Cincinnati, for the first time in a very long time, have started 2-0 in the season, Robbie.
Baker Mayfield, 20 yards to Ryan Miller. God damn it.
There you go. Robbie, I'm going to say...
Before you move on.
Okay,
so,
give me 2. I'm going to go blow my nose. You talk for a second.
That's fine. Take it. I'm going to mute you. We don't need to hear that. All right. So since Joe Burrow's been drafted in the league, folks, which was 2020, which is 5 years ago, he's been in the league for over 5 years now. It's crazy to think. The Bengals pass pro rank since drafting Joe Burrow, which is pass block win rate per ESPN research. This is from ESPN's Adam Schefter. In 2020, it was 29th. Remind you, there's 32 teams in the NFL. 29th, 2021, 30th, 2022, 30th, 2023, 27th, 2024, 32nd, 2025, 28th. Burrow has not played behind offensive line that didn't rank in the bottom quartile. Folks, if you don't have an above average offensive line, your quarterbacks are going to get hurt or they are going to suck. Joe Burrow it just goes to show how great Joe Burrow's line is atrocious. And this guy continuously finds ways to win. And the bottom side of all this is the amount of injuries he sustained through his young career because they don't have a good offensive line. So the Bengals keep shooting themselves in the foot by not addressing the real need.
I mean, it's the same fucking story every goddamn year with this team.
And the thing is that there's 2 things they need to address, and they never do. It's their offensive line and their defense, and they never address it. Yeah.
And it's going to be another sad season in Cincinnati, it looks like, folks.
I mean, they're definitely not winning the division. There's no chance. This is Baltimore's division now.
Hey, you might as well give it to Baltimore. Like, you can give them the division crown starting next week. You can hand them the award. Raise the banner. They have done it.
According to Wesley Steinberg, who is a Giants insider, the Bengals and the Giants have had talks surrounding Jameis Winston.
Well, there you go.
We'll see, but I
just think
Jameis
with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, I think Jameis could come in and throw 7,000 yards starting in week 3 with those 2 guys.
I want to see what what current quarterback free agents are out there right now. NFL free agents.
Check that motherfucker.
Jimmy Garoppolo is occupied. Carson Wentz is occupied. C.J. Beathard, Jarrett Stidham.
Nope.
Tommy DeVito's with the Patriots. Yeah, there's not much really out there. Oh, is Jimmy G not signed with the Rams? I thought Jimmy G was on their depth chart.
Well, I just Googled... according to USA Today, the top Bengals quarterback options after Joe Burrow include Jameis Winston, and if they go to free agency, then Taylor Heineke may represent the best available option. So, yeah, they're going to have to make a phone call and get a trade going here, Robbie, because you might as well just stick with Browning if Heineke's the next available option.
Ooh, that is not good. Speaking of options, did you see that the Baltimore Ravens wanted to draft Shedeur Sanders and they told him no?
Yeah, Shedeur Sanders apparently told Baltimore he didn't want to be drafted by them because he didn't want to be a career backup behind Lamar Jackson. So he got drafted to Cleveland, which he's now either the 3rd or the 4th string quarterback. So
Shedeur's handled so badly, dude.
Yeah, he's left. He lost probably, millions of dollars, you'd say? Dropping that much in the draft?
With his mouth.
Yeah. So, hey, we got him. Yeah, Robbie, I say we can move on to the first 4 o'clock game. Didn't see much of this one, Robbie, but I'm just going to assume it was a bit of a snooze fest. Arizona Cardinals 27, Carolina Panthers 22.
Well, it started off as a snooze fest, and then the Panthers were slowly bringing it back. They recovered an onside kick, but they just couldn't finish the job. And
I mean, now you got the Cardinals moving 2-0, Panthers back to 0-2. Very similar territory for them. Bryce Young, though, 328 yards, Robbie. 3 touchdowns of an interception, but somewhat of a decent game for Mr. Young.
Yeah, he started to turn up a little bit.
But, I mean, I don't really have too much to say about that one, Robbie, because I feel like this next game, there's some discussions to be had.
Well, first, can I play the audio clip before we go through all through it?
Yeah.
Okay. No one better than Kevin Harlan to be making this call, Zachary. No one better. So, the first kick attempt for the Indianapolis Colts to win the game.
Snap. Sanchez will hold. And the kick is no good. Denver's going to win. Denver's going to win.
Oh, is there a penalty down in the middle of the field? Right by the center.
Oh, my goodness.
They must have touched the center because the center, let's see. Rhodes
A 60-yard attempt. Missed.
is saying that he was hit. At least that's what he's signaling to the sideline.
It's against Denver. It is against Denver.
Personal foul. Leverage. Defense number 96.
That's a huge. Oh my God, that is a huge
Automatic
penalty.
first down.
In the middle. Well, it's right in the middle here.
Right over there where they circle is the leverage.
You see the leverage jumping over the top.
Which by the way, like, yeah, we got into the conversation about how these
That's
guys.
a penalty?
Yeah, that's leverage. You can't be going over the offensive line like that anymore. If you're gonna go over them, you have to hurdle them cleanly because it's been causing a lot of injuries. Dude, it's a 60-yarder. If it's not Brandon Aubrey, if it's not Dicker the kicker, if it's not Fairbank, if it's not Boswell, then what are you doing? Take your chances. But Zachary, ultimately, what ended up happening was it was a 15-yard penalty, resolved in an automatic re-kick, essentially. And Zachary, the Colts, their opportunity.
Spencer Schrader. It's good, and the Colts have won.
So in a game that the Colts definitely should have lost with the cost by Denver, which, by the way, is kind of, I believe they had a penalty last year or their kick was blocked. It was one of the two against Kansas City. Special teams cost Denver again.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow right there, Robbie. But who the fuck had the Indianapolis Colts moving to 2-0? And Jonathan Taylor is fucking incredible.
He's a dog.
I mean, I understand that this guy was like a couple years ago, he was at the consensus #1 overall pick across fantasy. And, you know, he's had a okay last couple of years, but it hasn't been like fantastic numbers. I mean, he is fucking just on a new level this year, Robbie. Daniel Jones still looks.
That's insane. 25 carries, 165 yards, 2 receptions for 50. That's 215 total yards of offense. What a freaking stud.
The guy's incredible. I mean, and Daniel Jones looks very comfortable as this Colts quarterback, Robbie. Now, it's only 2 weeks.
Yep.
They should have lost this week. Is this Colts team a playoff team?
Yes. Yes.
I think so too.
Whether it's Daniel Jones or where it's Anthony Richardson, it appears that Shane Steichen is getting the best that he can out of these guys. If Jonathan Taylor stays healthy, then yes, this team is a playoff team. But if Jonathan Taylor gets hurt, then no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean that'd be pretty detrimental to that team. But I mean the Colts get the job done, Robbie. I guess I'll call it an upset because I feel like a lot of people were pretty high on the Broncos going in this year, but it wasn't Indianapolis. The spread was pretty small. But I know a lot of people would have had the Broncos win that game, but the Colts get the job done, Robert.
Yeah.
Our next game on the list here, Robbie, is a rematch of last year's Super Bowl, and the Eagles take the Chiefs down again, 20-17. But of course, this game, it definitely sucked, and it did not come without some controversy. And the controversy surrounds the same thing that all this football controversy surrounds with this Eagles team, and that is the tush push. But in this instance, Robbie, I'm going to be, never thought I'd say this, I'm going to be 100% on the Chiefs side, and for the rare time, the referees have shafted the Kansas City Chiefs because there was a couple egregious false starts. And also, I just fucking forgot. I meant to mention this. We're talking about the Browns or the Bengals game. Did you fucking see the pass interference call on who the fuck was
Travis?
Who was the second overall pick? Yeah.
Yeah, it was pass interference. I agree.
Are you out of your mind?
No, he wasn't even looking at the ball, dude. He was watching the defender, and he made a play on the defender before he looked back at the ball. You got to see the ball coming in.
Oh, I thought that was one of the cleanest defensive plays I've ever seen in my entire life.
Correct. You're wrong.
Well, everyone else that I've heard is literally been on my side about it. You're the first person I've heard just think that it's actually a pass interference.
You know what? Why don't we play the clip?
Go ahead, play it.
I will. I think from what I saw, it was a pass interference. I'm rewatching it. Maybe I'll change my mind, but I doubt it. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay. So here's the clip we have of Travis Hunter, and I guess it's frame by frame here. Okay, look. He's not even making a play in the ball still. Still not making a play in the ball.
They barely even touching him. That's regular coverage. Perfect play on the ball. That is textbook defense. Look at that. That is textbook defense. Come on, Robbie. You have to admit that is pretty good defense. If that was Christian Gonzalez, you would be saying that is fucking fantastic.
Hold on. I really want to examine. I'm looking like an NFL.
I mean, yes. There's definitely, there's some pushing and shoving going on, but I feel like that's regular quarterback wide receiver play.
I'm examining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. I'm wrong.
I think that is well, Robbie, you know what? It shows that you are a big man to admit when you were wrong.
I'm wrong.
Because in my opinion, that is some of the best quarterback defense. That is perfect. And that, but anyways, we're past that game. I forgot. I meant to bring it up when I was doing it, and I can't even remember why I brought it up right now. I smoke a lot of weed. Yes, that's why I brought it up.
Here's Jones and Jalen Hurts talking trash. If you can hear it, let me turn this up. Zach. I'm on Jalen Hurts' side. They won the game. Who cares? Who cares? If they won the game, who gives a damn?
Jalen Hurts could have 2 fucking passing yards, and if they beat you, they beat you. However, the tush push this time, Robbie. I mean, there was a pretty blatant false start on that tush push. Let
me see.
Not one lineman, but 2 linemen jumped on the tush push, and not one of it was caught.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if Zachary's right here. Yeah. Yeah, you
like both. There's 2 linemen that jump right there. Ball has been snapped, right, and the play right there, false start, and it doesn't get called, and they get the touchdown.
Not good.
However, it's against the Chiefs. So I don't really give a fuck. The Chiefs have had these sort of calls. They've had these calls for fucking 5 years in a row, so it's nice that's going back on them. But please, for the love of God, do not make the Eagles the new Chiefs.
All right, let me. As soon as you're done.
No, I was just going to say, I wouldn't be able to handle it. What do you have for me?
Do you think that the Chiefs are now in desperation mode now that they're down 0-2 for the first time Patrick Mahomes' career, or do you think they need to take a chill pill?
I think the Chiefs are going to have to press the panic button here, Robbie. And I'll give you a few reasons why. They got the receiving core right now is depleted. They have zero running game. Their leading rusher after week 2 is Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
They are Travis Kelce's older. Patrick Mahomes is getting he's not old, but he's a year older. Chris Jones is older. This team needs to do something quick, Robbie, if they want to have a chance of going into or competing for a Super Bowl this year. Now, I know it's still the Chiefs. They're going to get these receivers back. The running game is still going to be an issue for them, but I don't know. I think they're a few moves away, Robbie, from being this dominant Chiefs team. Like, when's the last time you saw the Kansas City Chiefs just beat the shit out of a team? Like what the Lions did?
Dude, I didn't think they did it last year.
I can't remember, dude. I think it's been years. Like,
Matt Nagy's a terrible offensive coordinator, number one. Number two, their running game hasn't been good in quite a long time. Number three, we don't see Patrick.
Has it been this bad though?
The running game?
Yeah, like this is really fucking bad.
Yeah, this is the worst I've ever seen it. Listen, I mean, they're waiting on whatever's going to happen with Xavier Worthy, number one, and number two, the return from Rashee Rice. So I don't think they're going to go out crazy and be like, oh my God, we need to go get Tyreek Hill, or we need to go get this available receiver and that. I think they're going to wait for Rice to come back and hope that it all pans out again. I mean, they still got Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, and the defense has looked good through 2 weeks so far. It has.
And I mean, realistically, I mean, like, we're talking about them. I guess I'm talking about them hitting the panic button. Like they just lost 20-17 on a questionable call to the team that won the Super Bowl pretty handily last year. I mean, like the Chiefs still have a very strong team, but
yeah,
I just think that definitely if you're a Chiefs fan, this is uncharted territory for you, and you probably are going like, "What the fuck?" But we need to fire fucking Andy Reid. We need to fucking trade Patrick Mahomes. They probably don't even know what to do with themselves right now, Robert.
But let's finish this up so we got to get off.
Yeah. Robbie, last game. My snooze fest. Atlanta Falcons 22. Minnesota Vikings 6. And JJ McCarthy
hurt out 4 weeks just starting week 3.
Probably good for the Vikings that he's out.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't have much feedback in the game. Like you said, it was boring. And plus, we really got to move on to these other. Where are we going next?
Yeah. Whatever you want. Whatever you want to go with. That right. That right there, folks, isn't baseball talk, folks. And it's going to be some baseball talk, rather. Let's get into this fucking thing. Let's do it. Starting off, Robbie, first here on the list, the Blue Jays, 3-game series of the Orioles could not have gone any better. 3-game sweep from them, kind of restoring or keeping their slim lead, I should say, in the AL East. I believe it's now up to 4 games, as well as a 2-game lead now in the American League. So getting down to the nitty-gritty, it is looking for the Blue Jays. The Yankees took 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox, so they widened up you guys widened your window with Boston, but losing that 1 game was able to help us just gain 1 more game on you. But I mean, it's going to go down to the end of the season, Robbie. I think it's going to go right down there.
It's close. So the Red Sox have 1 game up on the Astros, 3 against the Rangers, 3.5 against the Guardians. Red Sox haven't necessarily looked the same since Roman Anthony went down with injury. If you had told me that the Yankees took 3 out of the 4 series, because we had some rough series. We had Houston, we had you guys, we had Detroit, we had Boston. We lost to Detroit, we beat the other 3. Those were crucial, especially the 2 out of 3 against Toronto. That was important to try to win the division. It should be an easier schedule the rest of the way for the Yankees. The Yankees the rest of the way. I'll give you their schedule versus your schedule. So we started 3-game slate at Minnesota. We've had Minnesota's numbers for years. And then we go on a 4-game slate at Baltimore, which will be a little bit tough. We're home against Chicago, and then we finish against Baltimore. And Baltimore's not going to take it easy just because, they're out of the race. They are going to try to spoil the Yankee season. However, I believe you guys also face Baltimore too. You're starting off this week on. Oh no, you're done with Baltimore.
Yeah,
you're starting off this week.
Tampa.
Every week is on the road. 4-game slate in Tampa, 3 against Kansas City, who are fighting for a playoff spot, 3 against the Red Sox at home, and then 3 home against the Rays. And for the Red Sox, The Red Sox here. Of course, they got the A's starting tomorrow. They have the Athletics.
Nice.
Game home slate. They're on the road for 3 against Tampa, on the road against you guys, and finish against Detroit. So the Red Sox, I mean, outside of the A's, yeah, Tampa, they're probably mathematically eliminated, but they always fight. You guys are a good team, but Detroit's a good team. It's going to be tough for Boston.
I mean, it's all three of us. We have we got our battles to end off the season, Robert. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna go right down to the end of it. But just a big 3 games for the Jays. One team.
Who's your MVP right now? Is it Cal Raleigh or is it Aaron Judge?
I think it's gonna have to. I think it has to be Cal Riley for me.
Why?
I mean, Cal Riley just tied the switch hitting record. Ties Mickey Mantle for 54 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just doing stuff that we haven't seen a catcher do ever. And I mean, maybe statistically, Aaron Judge is having a better season, and this is where it kind of sucks that Aaron Judge is as good as he is, because it's like we've seen him do better. And it's like when he won MVP, he had 60 whatever home runs. Like, I feel like it's like him and Cal Riley could have very close statistical seasons, but people are going to look at a season that Cal Riley's having and go, holy fuck, he's having the year of his life. Where if they see Aaron Judge and go, damn, he's having a good year, but we've seen him do better. I mean, the stats are very close. I mean, they're...
Oh, no, they're far-fetched in Judge's favor in every category.
Well, I mean, home runs, no. RBIs, no.
8 less games.
6 home runs.
Yeah, Judge could do it, and you know it. Judge could hit 6.
I know, but you also have to realize that you're incredibly biased in this situation. I'm speaking from a baseball fan. Like I'm trying to look at it from a perspective of an average baseball fan, where I could see the majority of people would vote for Cal Riley over Aaron Judge this year, because Cal Riley is a catcher who's never done this before.
You know what? Do it. I want them to do it because Aaron Judge is the MVP, whether I'm biased or not. His numbers are literally better in every category except for home runs and RBIs and 8 less games. He has 29 more hits than him, a significantly higher WAR, and Cal Riley's had more plate appearances. And it's easily, in my mind, Aaron Judge, and go ahead, call me biased. Go ahead, kick him out of the MVP race, and maybe this will step up the energy we need from him in October to make a World Series run.
Well, we know he doesn't really pull his weight in October, so maybe this will spark him.
Well, who knows who's going to have anyway for the Blue Jays in October, because you guys aren't used to making it.
Well, we'll see you there. Maybe you'll make it all the way to the finals again and they can get crunched.
Yeah, maybe you'll have Bo Bichette, maybe not. Not looking.
That's okay. I don't really care that much about baseball, but I know you care about baseball.
It's a shame to join this hockey team so I could bark at you and your our Leafs. I can't because I'm a Leafs fan. You're a bad person. You should have made me a fan.
But Robbie, let's break before we talk about before we get off this. I just want to say Jays did call up their number 1 prospect, starting pitcher Trey Yasavage, and he's making his MLB debut tonight. So good luck, Mr. Trey.
Well, Zach, I don't know if you saw, but the Mets lost 8 in a row, and they eventually won on Sunday off of a Pete Alonso game-winning home run. They were out of the wild card initially, but now they're back in. They're up a game and a half on San Fran. They're up a game and a half on San Fran, 2 in Arizona, and 2.5 on the Reds. Out of these 4 teams, who I really would like to see make the playoffs would be the Cincinnati Reds. I would love to see Ellie De La Cruz in the playoffs, man.
That would be nice. But Robbie, I had one more thing I want to say about the Jays and Yankees, and I think you'll actually like it. Aaron Judge, now 4th all-time in New York Yankees home runs, passing Joe DiMaggio. I believe he hit another one after this, so I think he's now sitting at 363 career home runs. So 4th all-time for Mr. Aaron Judge. He still sucks, though. And
yeah.
Okay, and then I guess while we're still on this topic here, I just keep seeing stuff that kind of pertains to it. Ex-Yankee Anthony Rizzo announced his retirement, Robert.
Rizzo. You know what? I mean, I'm going to load up Anthony Rizzo's career numbers. I don't think it's anything extraordinary, but like the thing is, to me, I mean, the Cubs went 108 years without a freaking World Series. Like that's going to play a factor for me to make someone a Hall of Famer. It may be a stupid decision, but that's just me. Anthony Rizzo finishes with 303 career home runs, 965 RBIs. He was a 3-time All-Star for the Chicago Cubs from 2014 to 2016. He was consistently 30 home runs. In 2014, it was 32. 2015, it was 31. 2016, it was 32. 2017, it was 32. 4 straight years of 30 home runs. 4 straight years of over 100 RBIs. Not much of a strikeout guy. He hit 32 home runs in 2022 with the New York Yankees. And he was such a damn good fielder too. He was a very, very good fielder. Let me see what his playoff numbers look like, if they're anything extraordinary. Playoffs. No, it's nothing extraordinary. It's nothing extraordinary.
Sorry, go on.
The 2016 run in 17 games when they won the World Series, he had 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, a 277 batting average, and 866 OPS. So he was important in 2016.
Yeah, you say Hall of Fame? Did I hear those words?
I only said that because, when you think of how long the Cubs waited for a freaking World Series, dude. The players that were the reason that they won the World Series that year were Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Ben Zobrist, John Lester, Jake Arrieta, Aroldis Chapman. You know what I mean? It's
Lester the molester. It's a hell of a career. I don't know nothing about the Baseball Hall of Fame, so I don't know how easy it is to get in, but
if Harold Raines is in the Hall of Fame and Scott Rowland is, Anthony Rizzo can make it. Let's put it like that.
Well, there you go. But Robbie, there is one team I'd like to discuss too, and that is a team that's kind of coming a little bit back to reality, and not the time for them to be doing this. The Milwaukee Brewers had just a massive lead, and their division lead is now down to 1 game with the Phillies creeping right behind them. Phillies red hot right now. Is this going to be the Phillies division this year, Robert?
You mean conference?
Well, I guess. Yeah, I guess we could say conference. I was talking merely just for the division title, the number 1 seed going into the playoffs.
The number 1. Yes, Philly has the better roster. I would say so. Yes.
I think so too. I think Milwaukee was a team that just kind of caught fire, and had fire for what was the majority of the season. But either that, or they're just going through a bit of a slump right now, and they're going to make us eat our words. But just right now, it's having, I believe it was a 9-game lead, maybe a month ago, it seemed like, in this division, and now it's down to 1 game. Scary times. Scary times. As well as another team moving up in their division, Robbie, now taking sole possession of the AL West. Seattle Mariners, riding a 9-game win streak, have leapfrogged the Houston Astros to take sole possession of the number 1 seed in that division there, Robert. So,
rally.
Yeah, playoff hunt is in full effect right now, folks. We are down to the final 2 weeks here of the MLB season, so this is where it gets exciting. This is where baseball starts to matter.
And for
I have one more thing.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have missed out in the playoffs for 11 straight years, which is the longest in MLB currently. Baker Mayfield threw a 15-yard touchdown pass. God damn it. Stop it.
Yeah. Last thing about baseball, Robbie, we have to give a congratulations to Mr. Salvador Perez.
Indeed.
300 on 1 hit, Robbie. He reached 300 career home runs and 1,000 career RBIs with a home run against the Phillies. So, putting himself into exclusive territory with that one.
Well, Salvador Perez will be a Hall of Famer. That's for goddamn sure.
I would say so. That's it for baseball, Robbie.
That's it for baseball. Do we have anything for hockey? Do I need to play the cue?
No, not really. I had one little tiny thing for basketball, and it was that thing you sent me on fucking Twitter about Kawhi Leonard.
Do you need the floor?
I didn't even really need the floor. I just want to know who the fuck does this guy think he is? Where's my phone? It's so dark in this condo right now. I want to pull this tweet up, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Where is it? So basically what I'm talking about here, folks, is back when Kawhi Leonard was playing on the Raptors, they were obviously going through the contract negotiations. He ended up not sticking around in Toronto. He ended up going to LA Clippers, where he has done nothing. The team has done nothing. Could have built a dynasty here in Toronto, but nonetheless. Apparently this was Kawhi Leonard's camp's demands for the Toronto Raptors in the 2019 free agency. Number 1 was a trade for Paul George. Okay. Number 2 was an extra $10 million in sponsorship income, bluntly stating, we don't want to do anything. Okay. I mean, those two, I'm like, you know what? I could let that go. Ask number 3, Robbie. Partial ownership of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then ask number 4, ownership stakes in other companies. So I asked the question again, Robbie. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Is that normal?
I mean, I think that's the guy that won you your championship in Toronto for the first time since the 90s.
Okay, and you know what he did right there? He needs to learn how to bargain. you don't fucking come in with a demand like that, dude.
Well, you knew he had no interest in staying in Toronto. You knew this.
I mean, do you think, like, if you're fucking winning, like, I just don't understand, but just whatever. I don't understand why you just won a championship, you have an entire country riding behind you, and it's a little bit too fucking cold for you?
Well, you know, Kevin Durant tore his Achilles and Klay Thompson tore his ACL, so that's the only reason he won the championship. So.
And we still have way more championships than your fucking pitiful organization will ever win, so.
Yeah, and I got more championships than your baseball team and your football team, so get wrecked, idiot.
That's okay. You have patience, remember? You've learned so much patience.
I do. You just settle for mediocrity.
But anyways, folks, I got to get going to get ready. You can listen to the patience guru over here.
Well, you can't send us off because you don't have the echo, so I will.
No.
Wait, is this the echo? Is
nope.
this the echo?
No.
God.
No.
I don't have an echo? All right, Zach, just take us out. Whatever.
Well, folks, there will be no echo here tonight.
Wait a second. Is this the aha? I figured it out. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it for another episode. Here, September 15th of 2025. The Patriots are 1-1. The Browns are 0-2 because they smell like poo. And with that being said, hopefully on Friday, Zach will have a microphone. We will see. But there's one thing left to say. Stay sexy, Sports Cave.
And fuck you, Bob.